So you've just had your baby. It is the most beautiful baby you've ever seen. It's perfect. And all of those months of intermittent misery was so worth it. But then you catch a glimpse of yourself in the mirror. Your stomach looks like a deflated balloon that jiggles when you laugh and is decorated with purplish red lightning bolt pattern that we all know and love called stretch marks. Your hair is wild and dark circles are ever present as sleep seems like a distant memory. Varicose veins are popping out of nowhere, and let's not even mention the new joy of feeling like a milk cow at midnight. Yet, in the middle of all that, your husband still can't seem to take his eyes off you, and maybe not his hands either. Your older kids squish your belly and burrow into your soft body like you're a mixture of their favorite pillow and a security blanket. And this precious new baby stares up at you like you are the most important thing in the world to them, because you are. Today, we are going to talk about body image, the good, the bad, and the beautiful.
Do you miss having time for Jesus and yourself, but you're drowning in the responsibilities of motherhood? If so, you're in the right place. Hi, I'm Cheryl, wife, girl mom, and Jesus lover. I learned the not-so-secret ways to become the mom my girls needed by prioritizing Jesus back into mom life. If you're ready to build faith while washing dishes, rediscover your identity, and love yourself like your babies do, go grab your earbuds and lock that bathroom door for a minute alone. It's time for Mom.
Would you like a little extra encouragement this week? I hope you go to bit.ly/momlifedevotions to access 40 plus devotions, and you'll get a new one delivered to your email every Monday, get notified of new podcast episodes, and be the first to know of any new developments in the podcast or in Mom Life Devotions. And now let's dive in. When my husband and I had gotten engaged, we started doing premarital counseling. And one of the sessions was with my husband, Eric, with his pastor's wife. Her name was Renee. And she had this thing that she had me do that was probably one of the hardest things that I've ever done in my life. First, she had me look at her and tell her that I was beautiful. And then she had me look at a mirror and look at myself, look myself in the eye and tell myself that I was beautiful. And the first several times that I did that, I cried so much. It was really hard, but I did it, and it did help change my perception just a little bit. I also remember that one of the things that amazed me when I first met my husband was that he was attracted to me. I am not exactly a Hollywood beauty. I am not the smallest chicken in the coop, but he still found me very, very attractive, and that just amazed me, especially after the scars that I carried from some people calling me fat in my teens. And that really kickstarted body image issues that I struggle with today. But here's some truth. Healthy does not equal skinny. When I was in my teens and early 20s, I was ridiculously strong. I was stronger than my husband when I actually married him. And I weighed at least 170 pounds. I wasn't fat. I had a lot of muscle. Plus, I'm Germanic, and that combination doesn't equal a light bone structure to begin with. 170 wasn't unhealthy, even if the BMI charts all said I was obese because of the muscle that I had. 150 pounds would have been unhealthy for me at the time. I would have looked borderline anorexic. I would have been very unhealthy. The thing is that you can't look at your health and your weight and dictate your health by your weight. It's not a copy and paste formula. Every body is unique. Some people have lighter bone structures and muscle structures, and other people have heavier ones. It's not a one size fits all, which, let's face it, if you've ever worn one size fits all stuff, it's not accurate either. Fast forward 10 years, and if I weighed 150 pounds now, it would be a much healthier weight for me because I don't have the muscle that I had then. I'm not throwing 100-pound boxes 9 feet in the air because I can. I'm just trying to keep up with my kids, and I don't have the muscle. So 150 pounds now would actually be a pretty healthy weight for me, even though my bone structure hasn't changed. It's just that my muscles are not as big as they were. And I watch my kids and their little growing bodies. And my kids, they have cellulite. They have adorable little bellies that pooch out. And they have cute little chunky thunder thighs and double chins and hip dips and pinchable little cheeks. And they're so cute. But when I see these things on my own body, I tend to be disgusted. Why is that? It shouldn't be. And the thing is that what you take in through your eyes influences how you see yourself. So for me right now, for whatever reason, my phone seems to think that I need to see dieting and exercise programs and miracle weight loss pills. But these advertisements make me feel so much worse about my body. It makes me feel like I am super fat when my husband looks at me and says that I'm beautiful. Culture has a demand that only skinny women are beautiful. But the thing is also, if you're too skinny, then you're no longer beautiful, even in the world. The standard is constantly shifting. There is no solid mark to hit. And then there's the videos that we watch and advertisement that showcase digitally altered and highly sexualized women. And it reinforces how a woman's value is only on her appearance and her weight. And if they weigh 120 pounds, then okay, they're doing good. But if they go any above that, then well, now they're fat. Thing is, I was 12 the last time I weighed that. And I was skinny, super skinny. And society says you have to fit that mold, even if you're a 6 foot tall athlete. But that's not truth. That's simply a worldly perspective that is doing so much damage to women as a whole. Proverbs 4:23 says, "Guard your heart above all else, for it determines the course of your life." We have to guard what we take in through our eyes because it does shape how we view things, ourselves, our children, our husbands. Let me tell you another truth. Your husband did not marry you because he thought you were ugly. Guaranteed. Have you ever asked your husband how he sees you and your body? I have, and it's very enlightening. He loves my body. And the parts of me that I'm usually the most insecure about tend to be my husband's favorites. He likes my stretched out milk bags. He likes my jiggly caboose. He likes my soft body. But you know what he finds the most attractive of all? He loves it when I am walking confident in my skin. Confidence is the most attractive thing to him, no matter what my body looks like, or what the scale says, or what that blasted BMI chart says. A confident woman can turn heads whether she's 110 pounds or 310 pounds because it's not the weight that makes a person attractive. It's the character. It's the character of a person. And another thing that I want you to listen to is that your kids love you. They love your body. Your body grew and fed them. They see the lumps, bumps, varicose veins, cellulite, the zits, the stretch marks. They see you with your morning hair before makeup, after makeup, and they still think their mama is the best and most beautiful because what children call beautiful is based on character. They get trained to gauge beauty on physical appearance, but that is not what they naturally do. They see the care that you give them. They see the sacrifices that you make. They see the attention that you give them and the love. Whatever that looks like in your family, they see that. And that is what makes you beautiful to them. The belly that they can squish around like Play Doh and blow bubbles into is a definite bonus to them. It might not be to you or me, but it is to your kids because what beauty is to them is not a body. It's your character. It's who you are, and you are so much more than your physical appearance. Genesis 1:27. So God created human beings in his own image. In the image of God, he created them, male and female. He created them. God made you in his image, and he is so amazing and beautiful that you actually can't really see God because he's that amazing. I mean, Moses saw the back part of God and he glowed for like months. And there are days, though, when this feels like a cop out instead of the truth. It doesn't feel like the truth, and I just want to roll my eyes whenever people say that it's beauty is just on the inside and all that kind of stuff that we were told. But Those are the days that I'm feeling the most insecure. And then I look at my kids and I remember the journey that we went on for each one of them as they developed and grew in my body. From that first ultrasound where their heartbeat declared that there was a life in my womb, to the first time that I held them in my arms. They are wonderfully complex. They are amazing and beautiful, even with a cone head. And those long limbs that are so out of proportion right after birth because there's no body fat. And I can totally see that they are God's workmanship. So why is it so difficult to see myself through that same lens? Your value as a woman is not based on your looks. My value as a woman is not based on my looks. It's not based on our ability to bear children or not. It's not how well you fit into the current beauty standards. They are constantly shifting. Just look at fashion history, let me tell you. You are valued because God made you. He made you in His marvelous image. He made you complex and intricate. He made you with a plan and purpose in mind. And the thing is you don't have to do anything to earn His love, His affection. All you have to do is exist. And God is so crazy about you that He knows how many hairs are on your head. And if you're like me, you know how much that number is constantly shifting. That's how we feel about our children. They delight us because they exist. There are definitely times when they're not a delight. I'm not going to lie to you there. But we love our children because they are our children, not because of their looks. And you are beautiful because you are God's daughter and you delight Him just as you are. When God created man, that was the only time in Genesis that He said that His creation was very good. It wasn't just good, it was very good. And we didn't do anything, not a single thing to earn that. He breathed life into us and He was like, woo, that's very good. So please, when those insecurities creep in and you just feel fat and frumpy and dumpy and you just wish you could take your mama belly and throw it out the window, but we both know it would come right back. Shift how you're looking at yourself. Look at your kids. Look at their little bodies. We weren't created to be perfect. We were created to be unique. And the things that make up our body make us unique. No one is symmetrical. Everybody is asymmetrical. People have one ear lower than the other, one eye slightly off. Don't even get me started on how boobs tend to be wonky. They're never the same size, which makes shopping fun. But stop comparing yourself to this elusive standard of perfection that doesn't exist. We can't look at what's on the TV and in magazines and say, oh, I wish that was me, because that isn't a real person anymore. All of their flaws have been airbrushed away. That's not a real person. My challenge for you this week is to stand in front of a mirror, look yourself in the eye, and say the words, I am beautiful. It may not be easy, but the truth usually isn't. Go to your husband and ask him, honey, how do you see my body? What do you like about it? You and I, we are works of art, and your body has done miraculous things. I mean, the cellular regeneration alone is miraculous, not to mention if you've born a child and grown them from pretty much nothing except for a small contribution from your husband. Your body has done miraculous things, and it deserves your respect, even if it doesn't look like Hollywood thinks it should. So this week, I reiterate, please try to look at yourself a little differently. Look at yourself how you view your kids, and stand in the mirror. Look yourself in the eye. Look at your body and go, you know what? I am beautiful. This body has done so many good things, and it is beautiful, even if it's not perfect. If you want a little extra encouragement this week, I encourage you to go to bit.ly/momlifedevotions to access our backlog of devotions. You'll get a new one if you subscribe, and you'll get notified for new episodes. And there's a whole lot of stuff in there that's based on mom life and will help you gain a new perspective on God. Until next week, bye.
Hey beautiful, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If so, would you take 30 seconds and share this with a mom who is wading through those mounds of laundry and dishes and wishing for just a little me time? Also, please leave a quick review for the show on Apple Podcasts. Your review helps other moms find the show, and it makes my day to know this podcast has helped you. Well, it's time for me to wash more dishes and cook more food. I'll meet you next Wednesday for another episode. Until then, may the God of peace fill you with his grace.